Animated Anarchy series presents the Animated Showdown.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday afternoon. We are here on your lunch break. This will not be the only time you see our pretty faces today. More on that later, as I'll give you the warning. But this is Animated Showdown, part of the Animated Anarchy series. This is episode 16. I, of course, am your host, Dutchie, joined as always, and rarely in the same room, but he's here.
Yep. What's up?
We also have Sean with us.
What up?
And Wildcard Dave.
I'm here.
All right. Blood pressure pills, I'm sure, are right next to him.
I took them.
Oh, good. All right, because of the main event. But tonight, here on Animated Showdown, we are in Stage 2. Stage 2 started Saturday on our Power. It continues here tonight with Sonic SATAM versus Double Dragon, SpongeBob SquarePants versus Darkwing Duck, Timon and Pumbaa versus Cow and Chicken, and South Park versus Naruto in the main event. So, for anybody that doesn't know, we're going to have the we're going to have the randomizer up. That's going to pick our 5 categories. If you win battle 3-0, because it's going to be best of 5, these guys are going to judge. You win a category, or if you win a battle 3-0, 30 points. 3-1 is 20. 3-2 is 10. The loser gets 5. And if you are swept, you lose 10 points. Ed and Eddie found that out on Saturday night because the 10 points that they had secured from win over Life with Louie just vanished after getting swept by Rugrats. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead. We're going to share the screen. What do we want here?
Animation, character development, anything but humor.
Originality. Anything but memorable moments.
Yeah.
Sean's smiling right now because he knows why I said
Yeah, I know why you said that, and I'm not going to start. First of all, I'm not going to start anything until we get to the battle.
No,
then
I'm okay. I'm okay with any of them.
Then I will instigate. But all right. So here we go. We're going to hit it one time. Everybody can see the screen.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Did it not?
I don't think it clicked.
All right. There we go.
There you go.
All right. So, well, the first one's going to be. All right. So we start with overall enjoyment. We then go to character development, animation.
Oh yes.
Merch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then cultural impact. Now,
I don't think.
I'm loving these. I'm loving 4 out of 5 right now. Tell you that.
now,
much.
and that's the thing is that, like, again, it depends on the mood of the judges and how they feel. Just because one judge feels one way doesn't mean the other judges feel the same way. Because
I would like voice acting in there over merch. The merch is the only one I don't like in there.
well, it's also because we don't like merch. But it's just because, remember, a few weeks ago, one of your last heart attacks, Dave, it was Bleach versus Denver the Last Dinosaur, and on paper, you're like, all right, Denver the Last Dinosaur is going to get swept, Bleach is going to win, and it won, but 3-2.
Yeah. It was close. It was close.
Yeah. But all right, so
At this point, we should always count on merch.
Yeah.
well, we might not get there for a couple of them. But all right. So we know how Dave feels. Sean, how do you feel about these?
I'm all right with it. I'm very all right with it.
All right. Well, that's all that matters.
I am too.
All right.
Besides,
I can. I can
Don't care,
see-
Jerry.
Yeah. All right.
Don't care, Jerry.
Now, Sonic Sat AM versus Double Dragon is the first matchup. Sonic Sat AM in the division of Ryan Barber, Double Dragon in the division of Will Sharkey. Sonic Sat AM 1-0, Double Dragon 0-1. We start with overall enjoyment. Which one did you enjoy more? By the way, both shows are based off their video game counterparts. Eric, you're up.
I enjoyed Sonic better. I thought it was more my style of cartoon.
All right.
Even though Double Dragon does have some action.
Yeah. All right, Dave, why don't you go?
Yeah, I went with Sonic Sat AM as well. I thought it was more enjoyable. The show was kind of a continuous storyline as well. I do like that as well.
Yeah. I mean, there was a little bit of, well, and again, we'll get into, development's the next category, so I'm going to shut up until then. But Sean, go ahead.
I'm agreeing with these guys. Sonic. Definitely more of a show line. It's my style.
Fair enough. All right, they're up 1-0. We move on now to the next category, which is character development. Now, both shows, because there was there was obviously a plot to both. Sonic had the Freedom Fighters and Princess Sally and all of his cohorts in the Freedom Fighters. They were always fighting Robotnik. Double Dragon, you had the Double Dragon Dojo who were fighting the Ninja Master or whatever. So it was always the characters were able to develop because it was a little episodic.
Yep.
There was a contingence, or there was a continuance to the or consistency is what I'm trying to say. Consistency, I think, to both storylines. But who did it better? Sean, you first.
I have Double Dragon here. I think there's just more development in between Jimmy and Billy's characters than there was in anybody's character development in Sonic.
Yeah. All right. Eric, why don't you go?
I'm going with Double. As Sean said, the stories are better, and then the stories are better, but there's more development in the stories because of they have to fight who they have to fight, and especially the boss and stuff.
Yeah. Dave.
I went the opposite route here. I went with Sonic. I just thought they had more it was more episodic than its counterpart, Double Dragon. And I feel like Double Dragon, it was more focused on one-off adventures than really being episodic. So I feel like Sonic had more structure to have sustained character development.
Yeah. Well, it was one-off adventures, but all the same goal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know that.
You're still doing well. No, I'm just kind of counterpointing your point, counterpoint. I understand what you're saying, and yeah, you are right, but also too because again, there's consistency because it's all the same. They're still trying to reach the same goal every episode, which is kick the the Ninja Master's backside.
Yep.
All right, we're up it's tied 1-1. So nobody's getting swept. We move on to animation. Dave, why don't you go ahead and go?
I went with Sonic here. I think it was a little more fluid, a little more consistent animation quality as well.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, I also went with Sonic. It was a lot cleaner. Double Dragon was just kind of, you can see the blurriness in it, and that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Cartoons like that. So.
All right, go ahead, Eric.
Sonic, it was more cleaner, and I just liked it better. It felt like the video game.
Yeah. Well, and also too, Double Dragon kind of sometimes felt like because it's an early '90s Nintendo video game, so it kind of
Yeah, that too.
yeah.
The movie was better.
But the Sonic felt more
Oh
modern.
yeah, the movie was definitely better.
The movie was way better.
Yeah. This was their attempt at Sonic's got a cartoon out. Super Mario Brothers have a cartoon out. We're a video game too, so this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And Donkey Kong had their game out. Street Fighter had their show out.
Yep.
They were trying to join that trend. It just wasn't,
Meant to be.
yeah. All right, we move on to merch. Sonic SATAM can win it here.
3-0, right?
No, 3-1.
3-1.
So both, both. I shouldn't necessarily say shows. It's more franchises. Had merch. Now there were action figures for Double Dragon that came out around the time the show was on. Now there was stuff for Sonic SATAM, like there's T-shirts and bed sheets and all that had Sonic and the Freedom Fighters on there. So yes, both shows had merch, but also too they kind of, as far as their shows go, they kind of had like the same amount. Sonic probably had more as a franchise, but again, we are talking about the two cartoons here. So, Sean, you first.
I had Sonic winning this one. I just think Legacy alone had it won for him.
It's a fair enough point. Dave?
Yeah, even with the SATAM era broke down from the franchise, I think it still overshadows the sales of Double Dragon.
I mean, it's pretty. It probably is true. All right, Eric.
Sonic, I think brand name alone is Sonic. So
yeah, you are going to have more people going to the store unless they like the Double Dragon video game better. You are going to have more people go to the store and be like, "Hey, do you have any Sonic SATAM stuff?" Instead of saying, "Oh yeah, do you have any shows or stuff, anything from the Double Dragon TV show?"
Yep.
So
exactly.
Sonic SATAM is going to win this 3-1. So they're going to get 20 points out of it. Double Dragon will still remain scoreless or pointless. We move on to a battle I know Eric is most looking forward to. SpongeBob SquarePants versus Darkwing Duck. You can just tell by the excitement in his voice. All right. SpongeBob.
Thank God we don't have theme song.
Yeah.
I just say that.
SpongeBob SquarePants in the division of Raven Finley, Darkwing Duck in the division of Joey Bianco. Darkwing Duck 0-1, SpongeBob 0-1, but Darkwing Duck did get points because they lost 3-2 to the Bugs Bunny show. Overall enjoyment, well, this is appropriate, is what we're starting with. And you know what? Yes, Eric, you can start.
It's not even close. Darkwing Duck takes it for me. If everybody doesn't know, I hate SpongeBob with passion.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just being biased, are we?
The category is technically overall enjoyment. So this is actually the one category
I can say that. I can say that.
You can be biased in this category.
I'm going to wait till next round to say it again, Eric. Watching you, dog.
Yeah.
This is the one category I can.
Yeah, this is the one category that you could get away with it, and like nobody can. I mean, the person that has SpongeBob is going to complain because that's all he does. He is going to complain. That we're not being fair, but this is the one category to where the opinion can be, all right, overall enjoyment. I hated this show, so I'm going with the other one.
It happened.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I went with Darkwing Duck here. To me, it was just more enjoyable. I'm not a huge fan of SpongeBob. I could watch it if I had to, but I would prefer to watch Darkwing Duck.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, I think the Disney Nickelodeon battles that we've had, I think it's kind of split. I know there's been a couple of them where Disney have won, but I'm not sure of the like actual record. But Sean, go ahead.
Darkwing Duck. SpongeBob's annoying. The show. I'll play the SpongeBob battle for Bikini Bottom game, but the show in itself is annoying.
Yeah. All right. We move on now. Darkwing Duck is up 1-0. 2 more and they get a sweep, which I know you'd be happy with.
I might do a dance.
Get kicked off the air.
Yeah, I can dance.
Yeah. Remember the one time I tried to
If you want to.
Yeah. Remember the one time I tried to teach you how to river dance at work, and even though I didn't know how to do it?
I don't remember that.
Fond memories.
On TikTok.
All right. Character development is up next. Who had the better character development? Dave, you get the honor of going first.
I went with Darkwing Duck here, mainly because SpongeBob characters are very static, which means they don't really progress. Like Squidward, he's always grumpy. You know, Patrick's always dim-witted. You know, the characters never really change in SpongeBob. So and if they do have some progression in character growth, it doesn't continue over multiple episodes or arcs. It is only for that episode only, and it's not enough for me. Where Darkwing Duck, you can see the genuine growth in the character.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Sean?
I'm agreeing with everything Dave just said. SpongeBob characters kind of maybe have slight development in one episode, but then they just revert back to what they were.
Yeah.
Squidward was a great point. Like, there's a few episodes where he's like, he gets compassion and whatnot, but then the next episode he's just back to being grumpy old Squidward.
Yeah. All right, Eric?
Darkwing Duck. I don't see any development in SpongeBob. I think their characters are boring.
Okay. All right, they're up 2-0. One more, and they sweep it. Its animation style is up next. I've always said Nickelodeon has had the best animation. SpongeBob is a Nickelodeon show. Disney's animation was getting there. Yes, Eric, you can go first.
There's going to be a surprise here. SpongeBob. I think they're
Bless you, by the way.
Bless you.
they're just more modern and more cleaner. It's probably the only thing I'm going to say positive about them.
All right. Dave.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Eric here. I think SpongeBob gets the animation here. I think they had a good style, good technique, and overall feel was pretty vibrant, good visuals. I mean, the faces they would have the characters do are pretty good and spot on. I think they paid a lot of attention to detail here, and they did a good job with their animation.
All right. Sean.
No, I agree. SpongeBob was a lot cleaner, a lot more modern.
Okay.
Yeah, I can be unbiased.
All right, so now we go to merch.
Ooh.
Now, and I'm going to kind of set the tone here. SpongeBob is more current.
Yep.
Okay. Darkwing Duck has had a little bit of a comeback. They had a comic book released a couple years ago. They still are kind of known in there because Disney is trying to find out a way to reboot the show. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know they were talking about it at one time. You know, because they like the character. Because Darkwing Duck was a spinoff of DuckTales. You know, SpongeBob has all sorts of merch. Darkwing Duck had action figures back at the day that are very valuable. And I've always talked about how I judge the merchandise categories. How valuable is the merchandise? And Darkwing Duck's figures can go from upwards to about, $50 to $75 to maybe $85, $90. Because they were that valuable back in the day, and they're still that valuable now because he was a very beloved character. he was one of the more successful Disney shows of the Disney afternoon. But SpongeBob has that variety, and Darkwing Duck did too back in the day.
Yep.
SpongeBob has a variety of merchandise. Dave, you start.
This one was tough because, like, when usually it would be pretty easy for me in this category, but like with how expensive Darkwing Duck's merchandise is right now and how much SpongeBob has already put out, it makes it tough for me. I like your thinking, and that's more of my thinking. I like having something that has more value, and I think that's Darkwing Duck. Like when you make so much of it, it's inflation, and it doesn't mean much.
Yeah.
That's SpongeBob to me.
Yeah. All right. Sean, why don't you go next?
I have Darkwing Duck winning this one.
Wow.
I think SpongeBob is just, it's weird to say, too relevant. They did way too much, way too soon.
Yeah,
Or
and
it's all,
yes,
like,
it is
kind of
still going.
repetitive.
Yes, it is still going. However, like with Darkwing Duck, there is a lot of nostalgia, and there were a lot of fans of Darkwing Duck back in the day that will go out and they will find the $85, $90 action figure, and they will buy it.
You look online, the
it's like
cheapest one I'm finding is like $55 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Like usually I see them like 75 to 150 range.
Yeah. So in the merch category, and Sean makes a good point, it's like, yeah, SpongeBob did way too, because not a lot of people, unless SpongeBob puts out new merch or whatever, or it somehow just becomes valuable.
You have to put,
you
you got to put out merch that's limited to only a certain number of people can get it. That's what makes it valuable. When you make continuous product after continuous product of the same products, it doesn't mean much.
Yeah,
you're just trying to fill your
value.
pocket. You're not doing it for the love of it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Eric, go ahead.
I was going to go SpongeBob, but it doesn't matter now. I didn't know if you saw my hand go up. That's why I went to a second.
I did not. If I would have let you go second.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm the one who picked SpongeBob.
Hey, Jerry. Cool story, Jerry.
No, I actually do have SpongeBob.
All right.
I'm foreshadowing you, Eric. Just to let you know.
All right. So Darkwing Duck's going to win at 3-1. That means 20 points goes to Darkwing Duck. SpongeBob does not lose any points, but they remain scoreless. Or they remain pointless, and they go to 0-2. Darkwing Duck moves to 1-1, but they get 20 points out of the deal to go with the 5 they already have.
No happy dance for me.
Yeah.
Darkwing
Duck won.
I know, but I was going to do it if it was swept.
Gotta get Swifty in here.
But I feel like merch could have gone either way, but because of, again, Darkwing Duck being still valuable, and that argument can be made for quite a few shows. That argument's going to be made a lot if we get merch not Wednesday, tonight when we do the Thanksgiving Tune Tussle. Do the tussle. Then that argument is going to be made for a lot of the shows that are battling tonight.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that because I think I have a spiel planned for every one of them. So we're going to be here till midnight. But anyway,
that's going to be the one episode we don't get merch.
Yeah. Now that I just said it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. All right. We are going to move on to the next battle, which is Timon and Pumbaa versus Cow and Chicken.
Ugh.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
I'm sorry.
Timon and Pumbaa in the division of Neil Thompson, who hates the fact that he is ranked in the bottom 10.
Sorry.
But, let's put that up for anybody that doesn't really know what in the world we're talking about here.
It's under Win-Tune combined.
Oh. What?
Hit the arrow. Yep. Win-Tune combined.
Oh, okay.
Give it your own category.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh yeah, we'll start with that one. So those are the standings right now after stage 1. So we'll let that run for a little bit. Timon and Pumbaa in the division of Neil Thompson. Cow and Chicken in the division of Kelly Peranian, Kelly P, I believe.
Yep, Kelly P.
I'm just going to double check just to make sure, but I know she does not have a good division. So I'm pretty sure Cow and Chicken is on that list here. Let's see. Yep, she has Cow and Chicken. Cow and Chicken has already been swept. And what's what? Neil, where the hell are you? All right. Timon and Pumbaa has 20 points. Timon and Pumbaa already has a victory over Angry Beavers. And Cow and Chicken lost to got swept by the Fairly Odd Parents in stage 1. Now, so we'll see what happens here. However, as far as Disney Channel versus Cartoon Network has 2 victories in a row right now over Disney Channel shows. Overall enjoyment is the first category. How what show did you enjoy more? Sean, why don't you start us off?
I have Timon and Pumbaa winning this one for me in overall enjoyment. Thought it was a lot funnier, a lot more direct with with their audience. They already kind of had an establishment with Lion King and stuff. So I just like Timon and Pumbaa. The song. Who doesn't like the song? Sorry for the crying in the background.
Yeah, it's okay.
But
I guess William liked Cow and Chicken better.
No, he doesn't want to get in the tub.
Ah.
He's a miserable 3-year-old.
I can act like that sometimes too.
But yeah, I don't know. Like Cow and Chicken wasn't an awful show. It's just it wasn't my type of graphic, I guess.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it. All right, Dave, why don't you go?
Yeah, I went with Timon and Pumbaa here as well. I like the Hakuna Matata lingo. I'm all for it. I like the music soundtracks. They kill it. It's just enjoyable. It's definitely enjoyable over Cow and Chicken.
Okay. Eric, you're
Let's
up.
sweep it. Pumbaa. I said that wrong, but
Yeah.
Oh
crap.
That's what happened to me last week.
Yeah, I don't even know how to get it anyway.
That's why I kept pressing the other. That's what happened to me last week on the show.
Yeah. All right, so we're bigger than what we should be. All right. So we are now going to go to all right, so you said Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
All right. Character development is the next category.
I'll go.
All right. Who had the better character development? Eric, go ahead.
Pumbaa.
All right, Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah. I didn't think there was any development in Cow and Chicken.
I don't think either one of them really had that much development.
Yeah. If I had to pick, it would be. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Sean, go ahead.
I have Timon and Pumbaa winning this one. I don't think there was a lot of character development in either show, but there was slightly more in Timon and Pumbaa, especially in like the development of the viewer themselves, especially if they were younger. Because it was almost I don't know, it's not classified as an educational show, but it had a lot of moments like teaching compassion and patience and stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
And at a younger age, watching a show like that kind of does have an effect on you as the viewer. So,
right.
Cow and Chicken kind of gave me the dumbified effect.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Dave?
Yeah, I went with Timon and Pumbaa as well. I think their theme of like friendship and finding belonging did it for me. Neither show really had a lot of growth in character development. But I give the slight edge to Timon and Pumbaa.
Okay. All right. Timon and Pumbaa's up 2-0. They're one away from a sweep. Animation style is the next category. It is Cartoon Network animation versus Disney animation.
Ooh.
Dave.
I gave this one to Timon and Pumbaa. I mean, they had a higher budget. They had Disney helping them with, their with their animations. So I think their fluid character animations, their movement were spot on. The detail, the brightness, I think they did a good job. They brought the jungle to life.
Very good. Eric.
Yeah, Toomba, everything Dave said with Disney, the background. Disney animation is probably top notch.
Okay. And Sean.
Yeah, Timon and Pumbaa take this one. Their animation was pretty top tier.
Yep.
For their era.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point there.
Yeah.
Especially in that era.
All right, so Timon and Pumbaa is going to get the 30 points. They're going to sweep it, so they get 3-0 is the win, so they get 30 points.
I'm scheming. I'm scheming, Dave.
So
you can do whatever you
I'm
want.
just kidding.
we'll see what happens. Dave is acting cool as a cucumber right now, but he knows what's coming in a couple minutes. But
I am cool as a cucumber right now.
Yeah.
I took my chill pill like you suggested.
Yeah. All right. So now Timon and Pumbaa moves up to 2-0. They have, by the way, now Timon and Pumbaa actually has 50 points because they got the 20 and they got the 30. So they have 50 points altogether.
Nice.
And now Cow and Chicken is now at -20. So the first show to hit -20 is Cow and Chicken.
Dang.
All right, main event time. Here we go. South Park versus Naruto. South Park in the division of Kathy Bianco, who is in the bottom of the rankings right now. South Park was the only one to get a victory, and it only got 10 points because, by the way, and we're talking about South Park and Naruto, and it's going to be close. South Park barely beat New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. All right, in stage 1.
It's so true.
Okay. Now, Naruto, by the way, I believe it was either 20 or 30 points that they got. They're 1-0. They beat Jujutsu Kaisen pretty handily. So I'm
That one in the episode I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me just look it up here, and I can pretty much tell you that Naruto has. By the way, so South Park in the division of Kathy Bianco, Naruto in the division of Jordan Savala. So, and let me just quickly look it up here. Naruto got 20 points in that battle against Jujutsu Kaisen. By the way, we're starting this. The first category is overall enjoyment. Which one did you enjoy more? Dave, you're going to go.
Oh, I
already know what you're saying, but just humor me here.
Yeah, I'm going with Naruto here. I love this show. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It has really good storytelling, good characters to watch. Yeah. Everybody has their own favorite, so the action, the different jutsus that they use, the different stories for each character, they're great. So yeah, I got to give this one to Naruto.
All right, Eric.
I have to give it to South Park. Sorry, David. I just enjoyed that a little more. I like the humor.
All right, Sean. It took us 34 minutes to get here.
South Park, all day long. It's one of my top favorite shows of all time. Especially like season 18 and beyond is just amazing to me. What they've been doing and what they've been getting away with for all the years, all the lawsuits, all the controversy and all that stuff. And
especially this season, right?
Oh yeah. This season they get away with a lot more because of the streaming service they're on.
Yep.
So they have like no boundaries, and they really do push it.
But by the way, Paramount paid an awful lot of money to get them on their streaming service.
Couple mil, right?
Yeah. Well, they paid a couple mil. By the way, they let the contract lapse And then they're like, oh, no, we got to get, because people were complaining. They're like, people were dropping their Paramount Plus subscriptions because they let the South Park contract lapse.
Mm-hmm. South Park has really grown in popularity ever since like 2018, 2019, I would say, especially when the pandemic hit and they made a season about that. Their popularity rose pretty high, especially with the new games they come out with. So,
well, it started on HBO Max, Eric.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. South Park takes the first category. So Dave was wrong when he predicted that South Park was going to get swept. And trust me, Kathy Bianco does not need one of her shows to get swept. Not if she wants to climb out of the hole she's in. Character development is up next. Who had the better character development? Sean, I'm not going to let you break the tie here. You're going to go first.
This was a hard one because I can only judge it from a certain amount of seasons back from South Park from the start of Naruto. But I don't know. I lean towards South Park here, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Everybody here knows Mr. Garrison, correct?
Yeah.
He was the elementary school teacher, a normal guy. Later throughout the season, you find out that he's not so normal, does some different activities than, which is okay. But then in the later seasons, he develops into a perfect spin-off of our current president.
Right.
And then comes back and is no longer that president. And resorts back to the old Mr. Garrison on top of a bunch of episodes that I'm not going to bring up on the show because it's very inappropriate.
Yeah, no. Don't do
but
that.
then, when they introduced PC Principal, the first season, for the first 10 episodes, he was super strict, super narcissistic. But then he slightly changed into a more compassionate, narcissistic person.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good. And, the boys don't really have much of development. They're always kind of the same. You got Cartman being the D-bag and then always beefing with everybody. You have Stan.
Which I actually like. Cartman's actually one of my favorite characters.
Right. Right. They never really changed the way they act around each other. They have Randy Marsh's development's pretty impressive in the later years from when he starts Tegrity Farms and, isn't just such a pompous person. He's not boring as a character anymore. He's actually probably one of the most popular in the show now. So to me, I'm going to give it to South Park just because they created more development, and I think they did a better job from what they previously had, no character development.
Okay.
Sorry, it took forever.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite way here.
No kidding.
Yeah, anime is known for its character development. I mean, this show goes into emotional depth of the cycle of hatred, the meaning of peace, the importance of relationships and perseverance. I mean, you got every character is going through their own different thing in their own progression, and you see it. You see their motivations, their beliefs, and all these things, and what happens in the story affects them and creates that growth and how they respond to it. I don't see much character growth in South Park. There's not much character development. What it happens is, you have a little character development, but it resorts back to the same thing. It's not much development there.
Okay.
You need to watch the season where Cartman gets a girlfriend with Heidi.
And then does it change the season after that?
Actually, yes.
Back to the same.
It actually changes. No, it changes Eric.
But is it character growth or just are they actually learning something? Or are they actually going through pain? Are they seeing these different things and actually?
Cartman went through pain when Heidi broke up with him. Yeah.
Yeah. So it goes through him loving Heidi, then resenting Heidi, to being devastated when she breaks up with him, and then he kind of goes through all the 5 stages of grief and then relapses. into like what he used to be, but like with a more
Has the show ever made people cry?
yeah.
From
And
last
tears
year.
for
So-
emotional,
Oh yeah,
like,
because
you know,
they
make them get people teary eyed.
Okay. All right.
when they killed Chef,
Yeah. Oh,
they
definitely.
killed
All right.
Chef off.
You're up.
I'm going to agree with Dave here. I'm going Naruto.
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 I think there's character development because of this epic
Episodic.
Thank you. The stories and the fight scenes and all that. So.
All right. 1-1. We go to animation style. Whose animation style was better? Eric, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Naruto. I think it's more cleaner and more the fight scenes with that from what I watched. I think it's a little better.
All right.
But South Park, it does have good animation.
Well, yeah. I mean, it started out kind of choppy, but it got better.
Yeah.
All right, Sean.
I have Naruto winning this one, hands down. So much better. Obviously, two completely different styles of shows. With like, Naruto has the combat and all the, all that fun jazzy stuff, which obviously makes it so much better than South Park would ever have been.
Yeah.
Even if you're just taking graphic and taking away the combat, Naruto would win just because of whatever the system they use. I don't know what kind of like design, but just that art style is a lot better.
Yeah. All right, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going with Naruto. I feel that it's got more detailed character designs, a little more fluid motion. You got the dynamic action scenes that go on. I think they really do a good job in the animation. Nothing against South Park's animation. I just not a big fan of the cutout style.
Gotcha. All right, Naruto is up 2-1. They can win it here with merch, and now with this next category being merch, both shows have their fair share of merchandise, and both shows are still technically ongoing and selling merch. Now, Dave knows more about what the Naruto numbers are better than I do, but I do know they sell a lot with the figures, the cosplay costumes, all the merchandise that they have. But South Park there's no slouch in selling merch either. And by the way, their merch, especially their action figures, are pretty valuable. So, Eric, I'm going to let you go first.
Because I think both of them have good merch and high prices, but I'm going Naruto. I think it's probably more global.
It's more global. Well, I mean, South Park's banned in every other country. So yeah, Naruto probably is more global because if in China, if you're caught wearing just even a blue beanie like Stan Marsh, you're probably going to get shot.
Wow.
Yeah, it's banned in practically every Asian country.
Yeah. So yeah, because it's more global, then yeah. But Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Naruto deserves this one here. I think they're just on a much larger scale. They're they're tied into an anime world already with so many other popular animes with merch similar to theirs, and South Park is kind of like a one type person merch buyer.
Yeah.
Like it's not as diverse as Naruto would be.
No, you'd have to be like an avid South Park fan to buy all their merch.
Right.
And we know two people.
Oh, and they're also banned in a lot of Asian countries because of their dolphin killing episode.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, I'm picking the multi-billion-dollar franchise in Naruto. Comparing that to South Park's estimated 150 million. So we're talking billions to millions here. And also Naruto merch, I mean, it can go for hundreds. Just having like a figurine could go for a couple hundred or whatnot. So I mean, it does have expensive merchandise as well. So I picked Naruto here.
All right, they're going to win at 3-1. Nothing went close here tonight, or here
3-1,
today.
right?
Yeah, well, 3-1, and then Timon and Pumbaa absolutely destroyed Cow and Chicken.
It was the same thing as in the Saturday episode.
No, Flintstones and Super Mario's went 3-2. Did it not?
No, it went 3-1.
3-1.
Did it really?
Yeah,
I had it written down at 3-2.
Oh no! Wait, yeah, I think he's right.
No, we didn't go to memorable moments.
That was 5.
That was 5. We went to enjoyment.
Yeah, memorable moments was the 5th category.
Oh yeah, because it won 3-1. Right, yeah, it won 3-1. Yeah.
I don't do math. I grew up in a new thing.
Sorry, I was listening to Sean and I looked at my paper.
That's quite all right. But no, it went 3-1. I thought it was going to go 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
It probably would have went 3-2 if I wouldn't have given the spiel on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. I mean, not to judge the merch on Mario as a franchise, but
okay. Quick question though, Dave.
Well, it only went one season.
Who are you picking for impact?
For what?
For cultural impact.
Naruto, because it's global impact, not just United States impact.
I was going to go South Park because they got banned in so many countries that obviously it left a devastating impact to their feelings.
Well, they didn't watch it, so it wasn't devastating.
And it kind of gave way to like you like they were the first show to really just go after like politicians and celebrities blatantly.
yeah.
I do like that.
All right.
All right.
It
doesn't mean its impact's greater.
Yeah. All right. So we had 3-1 victories here tonight. Timon and Pumbaa got the sweep on Cow and Chicken. So right now, Cow and Chicken is the show that is doing the worst so far. It was the first show to hit negative 20 points.
Ooh.
I hate to say it, they might get swept into everyone.
Oh, it's
Depends who
possible.
they go up against. Because there's some, like, if you put them up against, like, that, what's that girl show that I don't like?
Rosie and the Pussycats.
Yeah. Put them up against someone like that. I mean, they have
they might have a shot. Or what about Gravedale High? Or not Gravedale High, Galaxy High.
Yeah, you could put them up against somebody like that for sure, and they would have a good chance to win a couple categories.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, this show is being shown on Wednesday. We are at noon tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, the day before Thanksgiving. This is the day before Thanksgiving, by the way. It is the Thanksgiving Toon Tussle, our viewer's choice episode. We had a bunch of people. We had people vote on these matches a couple months ago, and this is what we came out with. Tonight's matches are going to be Rick and Morty versus Bob's Burgers, X-Men the Animated Series versus Gargoyles. So, and you never know, Gargoyles could end up being the second show to go to negative 20. The Smurfs taking on the Transformers, Rocket Power and Teen Titans. Both shows had tough losses in stage one. I mean, they both got 5 points, but they were both very close defeats. So Rocket Power versus Teen Titans as well. Batman the Animated Series takes on Dragon Ball Z. Batman the Animated Series won the Cartoon Classic, our last tournament, but they're 0-1. They lost to Yu-Gi-Oh! Dragon Ball Z, by the way, has, I believe, 30 points. Codename Kids Next Door is going to take on the Fairly Odd Parents. And the main event is G.I. Joe Real American Hero versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Saturday, for episode 17 of Animated Hour of Power, we have the Bugs Bunny Show versus the Woody Woodpecker Show. Black Clover is going to take on Voltron. Mask is going to take on Inspector Gadget. And the main event is Tiny Toon Adventures versus Kim Possible. Next Wednesday afternoon here on Animated Showdown, we move to 5 matches. Those 5 matches are going to be Yu Yu Hakusho versus Spider-Man the Animated Series. Trigun versus Demon Slayer. Mighty Ducks, the animated series, versus Police Academy, the animated series. Pee-wee's Playhouse versus Bluey. And your main event, here we go. Justice League is going to take on Naruto Shippuden.
Wow.
So we'll see how tough that one is. Naruto Shippuden, by the way, only got 10 points in stage 1 because they barely beat The Simpsons. On the other side of the coin, Justice League barely beat Death Note in stage 1.
Yeah.
So they both were lucky to survive. We don't know how this one's going to go.
Two good matchups.
Yeah. So that is next week. And so we got a big week ahead of us. That starts tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That starts tonight on the Thanksgiving Toon Tussle. So make sure to check that out because these matches are going to be huge. And you know, Rick and Morty versus Bob's Burgers, that's going to be one heck of an opener too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a tough one.
How are you going to feel, Sean, about that? Rick and Morty is one of your favorite shows.
I'm pretty confident they'll pull out a victory.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, Bob's Burgers is 1-0. I mean, they're both 1-0. Bob's Burgers also they had a little bit of trouble with the Flintstones in stage 1.
Yeah.
Rick and Morty, not so much. They got the 20 points over King of the
I'm
Hill.
more hurt over the Rocket Power Teen Titans.
I know, but I'm trying to just. I didn't think we wanted to talk about that yet.
Bad Rocket Power.
And by the way, both of those shows need the win because they both suffered very close defeats in stage 1. And by the way, it was fan voted, so the people voted on this. This is what they want to see.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, make sure to like and subscribe to the When Toons Combine YouTube channel. Join the When Toons Combine Facebook group, facebook.com/group/When Toons Combine. You're going to find Sean on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at TCAX Reaper. You're going to find a Wildcard Dave on Twitch at TCAX Godsent 95. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Unscripted Sports Show with Eric. Are you going to try to do anything to preview tomorrow's Thanksgiving games?
Maybe.
Or have you done that already and we're just not like,
I'm not sure yet.
All right. Well, it may even already be out. So
Yeah.
you might, by the way, this is being recorded on Saturday, which is why I'm asking him. And I thought he would have had a better answer. But also make sure to, like and subscribe to the Stabcast YouTube channel with Daniel and Mindy, the Dizzle 97 YouTube and Twitch with my brother Daniel, and the Wrestling Through the Years podcast, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time every Friday night. This upcoming Friday night, Survivor Series 89, one of my all-time favorite shows. I cannot wait for that. And we will see everybody next week. No, we're going to see everybody tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see y'all in a few hours. Hopefully, you're not going to get too sick on this.
Before you get stopped.